There we go.
I was that young, ashy nigga asking girls for hugs. See, now I keep some lotion on me, still can't get in clubs. God damn, I could never catch a motherfucking break. See, I was anti-drugs, now I'm doing drugs. Nigga, wait, I remember growing up on Section 8, moving to the birds, man, they call me nigga to my face. Sheesh, I ain't do shit cause I was afraid. See, I've been scared of the dark since the 2nd grade. See, I got booed on the stage one time before. I used to steal now and later from the corner store. I stole my mama necklace, gave it to the girl at school, quit. Cried when I got home on some what I do shit. Bumpin', yeah, I thought drop out of school quick. Cause I had a PhD and that's the pretty used dick. That's foolish, you know me cause of word of mouth, that's ludicrous. Now you gotta shut your mouth and motherfucking groove to this. Just say this. I won't ride the wave. You fuck out my face. I won't ride the wave. You fuck out my face. Wait, I was that little cousin asking, what's that? Can I play? Can I have a piece? Fuck it, I would stay inside all day. A youngin' had them dreams. The first to say the fuck up out my face. If you in my way, I was young and trying to find my place. Now found it. Had a bully try to send me. Go to sleep with stomach sandy. Never break when niggas ban me. Hard done got declined at Wendy's. Damn. Shit hit the fan. Everything you do, we gotta do times 2. You don't understand. Gotta go above and beyond. Yeah, I know you know what I'm saying. I don't get told to smile, I just know to smile when I'm shaking your hand, cause you would be scared of the man. Now you are forbidden from slang. Yeah, you love the culture, but don't say a thing when niggas get slain. Dang, too deep? No, cause shit is real and then I gotta speak on things I know. For sure, I wish my shit could all be fun and games. If that was the case, then I would ride the wave, but I can't, so say, I won't ride the wave. You fuck out my face. I won't ride the wave. You fuck out my face.
You've been invaded by Shoobies.
I don't give a fuck right now. Middle finger up to your bitch right now. Talking shit, yeah, you hit right now. This is for my chicks in the whip right now. Screaming, I don't give a fuck right now. Middle finger up to your bitch right now. Talking shit, yeah, you hit right now. This is for my chicks in the whip right now.
Alright. My mic is hype and what I write is very bright and tight and my insight is really fucking smooth. And when I try to fight this life, it might be trite, but fuck, I might not even like despite that I be seeming fucking cool. I be that rapping dude, asshole with my passion do. My attributes seem laughable. Fuck you, gotta do what you have to do. Let's see what my math will do. Grabbing bucks, adding up, slapping butts, stacking sluts. Adderall, then a dab in blood, slapping plus. I'm cool like that. What you just say? I said I'm cool like that. With this proof you that you cannot adapt to this lifestyle that I have. I am white and I'm mad, but I care like I don't, and I won't be so glad if you just stop me. Put ammo to the wall and call it, but you probably just falling to the arsenal that y'all have probably brought about me. And now I know I seem dumb, but life just amazed me. And this is for my dudes, go crazy for my ladies.
I don't give a fuck right now. Middle finger up to your bitch right now. Talking shit, yeah, you hit right now. This is for my chicks in the whip right now. Screaming, I don't give a fuck right now. Middle finger up to your bitch right now. Talking shit, yeah, you hit right now. This is for my chicks in the whip right now.
Right. You just hear me in your ear, bitch. Get an Airbnb and I'm hanging with an Arabic. Teaching how my beard fit. Yeah, I be that weird shit. Experiment. Fresh experiment of spearmint, but I'm no, put a motherfucking.
Are you ready for the kamikaze? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the kamikaze?
Yeah, mic's back on. What it do, Jive Turkeys, and welcome back to the Controversy. I'm your host, Ian Elliott-Carter, and to the left of me, we have Tatiana Wilson.
Hello.
And this is our second live stream. Didn't really plan this one out as much. I just still wanted to do a weekly live stream. But there's like two topics that I feel like we can discuss for a while. We're going to be discussing DC movies, as in like the DCEU, not the stuff before it, like the Nolan Batman movies or the Michael Keaton Batman movies. We're going to be talking about Superman, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, then Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, and Justice League. And that whole world that was made forcefully after the success of Marvel. And and then we will be talking about, our predictions for the future. I will admit I know a little bit more than Tatiana does on this subject.
A lot bit more.
So we just recently watched The Man of Steel. My third time watching it, and her first time watching it.
Yep.
Anyone in there yet? What's up, King of the Hill?
Shazam.
Shazam too.
Shazam.
Shazam is in there. Thank you. What's up, King of the Hill? By the way, we're gonna be talking about that as well. Everything that's in
and Aquaman.
The DCEU and Aquaman. I'm not a fan of that one. I do like Shazam though. By the way, I love Shazam. I love Wonder Woman. But yeah, we're gonna get into all those discussions. So that is one you could talk about, is Shazam. You do remember that one, and Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she just recently watched Man of Steel for the first time,
yes.
And that was my third time watching it. The first time I watched Man of Steel, I did not like it. I was like, this is a bland movie, and it wasn't for me. I was never a huge Superman fan growing up anyway. But the second time I watched it, I was like, this movie's actually not bad. I like it. It's a visual masterpiece, and it follows a cohesive story, even though sometimes I get a little frustrated toward the beginning where it's skipping around everywhere. But for the most part, I thought it was an okay movie the second time. I was like, oh, okay. My third time watching it a couple days ago, I actually love this movie. I think it's actually a very slept-on movie now. And it's one of those movies I think that you will enjoy the more and more you watch it. Mm-hmm. So that was my take on my third time. What was your first impression for your first time watching it?
I liked it a lot more than I expected to. Mm-hmm. I never watched it because I just didn't think I was gonna like it.
Yeah.
I'm not like you, kind of never really been like. I mean, I don't like hate Superman or anything, but I don't know, was never like that interested in it, I guess. And then, like, I heard people say, like, they liked it, and then I also heard a lot of people say that they didn't like it, and I just felt like I was going to be bored with it, so I just never really gave it the time of day, and just kind of moved on with my life.
I feel like it's a very split movie sometimes. And I can understand why, but, yeah. I think I lean more toward loving it now, though.
And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. I mean, I didn't find myself, like, snoozing off or anything. I mean, I was also doing stuff, but
no, I get you.
I didn't find myself bored with it, and I mean, there was times where I was just like, that was a little corny.
So we'll do our pros and cons. What was the things you didn't like about Man of Steel?
Some of I don't know, just the bullies were stupid.
Yeah, they were very generic.
The bullies were not realistic at all.
That was one thing. I mean, I know Zack Snyder's trying to be notorious for having, like, his universe seem more realistic than ours. But, like, I know you can also do that to an extent when you're talking about superpowered human beings. But at the same time, those bullies were just overly top stupid. Man, he said, another Man of Steel fan. I love action. Punches feels like God is punching. Hey, no, I feel like the fight scenes and the CGI in that movie, next level. Like, I don't think, and I'm a huge MCU fan, but I feel like Man of Steel, the visuals and the fighting was better than anything in any Marvel movie. It's just sometimes the story is what people are not fans of. No, I would say I wish that Zack Snyder's visual, like, vision and those fight scenes were in the MCU. It would be great.
It was a lot more ruthless, I think, than I expected it to be, too, especially with it being, like, Superman, just because, I don't know, he's known as being so, like, I don't know, goody that I
Yeah.
was just like,
And
it's
I
gonna
think
be
that's
boring,
another-
but it wasn't, which I think was the whole point.
That's another
But
reason why people like were iffy about it the first time, because it's not the Superman that they knew. And
I
that's
like
another-
that, though.
Yeah, no, me
I would
too.
prefer it.
And that's another problem with Batman vs Superman that people have. It's not what they're used to, but we gotta understand when it's a creator, it's this person's vision of that. That's how they played with their dolls growing up.
Yeah. I think, honestly, probably my favorite scene was at the end when he finally killed General Zod.
Yeah.
And I was like, because it showed, like, like real emotion. And,
No, yeah, he
there was,
struggled.
like, I don't know, it was obviously, like, hard and it was, like, graphic and stuff, but it was just like, all right, well,
No, I
that's
get
a lot
you.
more realistic than, like, I'm not going to kill him, even though I just killed a whole bunch of other people.
And I was thinking as well too, like when we were talking about the bullying that we didn't like. I was with you. There was this scene where these kids were like, he's a freak and all this stuff. This is like after he runs out the class and obviously has some type of mental breakdown. What I didn't understand is the teacher's like, Clark, come out. She's got the whole class just surrounding
messed
him.
up.
I've worked in childcare. That is the dumbest thing you could do right there. Is when somebody's embarrassed or having a bad time, have the whole class watch you like you're some type of zoo animal. That was making this situation work. So that was very unrealistic. And again, this is a nitpick, but that was a huge thing for me for some reason.
It was just
like,
all his kid moments were very
these people
weird.
are trash in this town. Smallville is such a trash town full of trash people. Remember when the kid was on the bus and he was just like, "Hey, dickwad."
No, he said something else.
Facts. What's up, Gabrielle? Yeah, Man of Steel is way better.
What do you call him? It wasn't Dickwad. It was something else really weird that we had never heard before.
Yeah, it was
Dick Splash.
Dick Splash. It was.
Who?
Yeah.
I've never heard that insult.
I wish somebody would call me
Dick
that in high
Splash.
school or middle school or whatever. It was just the insults
It
were
was so weird.
I guess Zack Snyder is not. I mean, he might be used to being picked on, but I don't know. He just might not be used to being the bully. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
don't know.
And then there was that other scene where they pulled him out of his father's truck and and said, "What are you gonna do about it?" And his dad's right there. On what planet does that happen? What are you gonna do about it, Clark? It was just so stupid. Like, but I feel like that was my main issues with some of the dialogue, and I was a little confused about the scene where the ancient remains of an alien ship was on Earth for hundreds of thousands of years, and Clark was like, "Oh, I'll use that to upload my USB drive." I'm sure they explained it, that it was there a long time ago, and then when he crash landed, he used to get to it. But it's like, it was, sometimes we do need that explanation, because I think that's, and I'm not saying that all the people that watch are dumb, but we do need some time.
Well, I mean, for me, for example, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think everybody knows at least a little bit of background about, like, Superman and Batman, because, like, they're, like, the biggest heroes, like, that exist, really.
And if you're going to give a different version of them, you definitely need to give a
there's so many people that, like, don't, like, know everything about it, like, for me. So, like, I was sitting there probably bugging you the whole time, like, the first, like, 25 minutes, like, why is that happening? Who's that? What are they doing? What does that mean? And you were like, I don't know. Because there wasn't really an explanation. Like, I was expecting you to know it, but you didn't know it because they didn't really...
Again, it was my third watch,
so.
but I feel like I knew more after my third watch, like, understand more. And it is a very, like, rewatchable movie. That's what I'll give to that extent. It's a very rewatchable movie, visually a masterpiece. The fight scenes, I would argue that they prove you could do a Dragon Ball movie, like, just how Zod and Superman were fighting. But I more so like this. I think this is... Rarely do you see a movie that you like more and more you see it, and I think Man of Steel is a very underrated movie now. And I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, because he said, like, a few days ago, he's like, I really want to watch Man of Steel. I want to try it again. And I was like, do we have to? I was like, I don't really want to watch that. And he was like, okay, well, we can watch something else, I guess. I'll just watch a different time.
And I said,
and then we watched it, and I was like, oh, well, now I kind of feel bad for hating it, hating on it, even though I've never seen
not
it.
giving it a chance.
But I just didn't.
But
I
I've
just didn't
always
think I'd
said
like
to
it.
you, that Man of Steel was better than Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad and Justice League.
Batman versus.
No, and we'll get to that next. What's going
He's
on?
gonna pay for Nate.
Who's gonna pay for all the collateral damage? Facts.
Exactly.
I don't think usually Tony Stark does that in MCU. It didn't seem like, and if he's against Superman, he's definitely not gonna pay for it. Like, nah, that Krypton needs to pay for that shit. Straight
Yeah,
up.
well.
Straight up.
What Krypton?
Yeah.
The one living inside him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Superman needs to pay for it, but he's not making much money. He's working at the Daily Paper. So let's go on to Batman vs Superman. You've not watched this. I feel like next week she's gonna watch it for the first time.
That one I'm really gonna be like, do we have to watch this?
No, you are, and you know,
because I don't know.
We don't always agree on movies, so like
don't.
if you like this movie, I would love to hear the reasons why. I'm not gonna bash you if you do like it. The biggest problem with Batman vs Superman is how they made Batman seem like a new character, referring to him as the Gotham Bat rather than the Batman. Okay, that is a nitpick. I understand that. That's definitely something that people didn't know or get used to. I don't know, there was not a lot of explaining, especially for Batman's first movie. And I understand that Batman is an established character that we all know who he is.
That's kind of still weird to not have a standalone movie first.
Yeah, that was weird, and that's I feel like that's how Marvel did well. You established these characters before you put them all in one movie. But no, this was a different Batman. This wasn't Keaton. This wasn't what's his name, Christopher Nolan's Batman. Christian Bale. Sorry. This is Ben Affleck's interpretation, and his was way darker, the darkest Batman we've seen because he's been through stuff. What has he been through? We don't fucking know because they didn't explain shit. sorry, you have to see what I'm talking about. They give clues, I guess. Wait, wouldn't insurance? Why would insurance if it doesn't? I mean, we're hurricane survivors. Insurance does pay for shit, but boy, does it take a long time.
Man. You might as well rebuild it yourself.
Exactly.
Honestly.
It takes a long time, and we're talking like skyscrapers and a whole freaking city.
His mom waited 2 years on a house.
Yeah, that's
not a big house either.
And that
a
doesn't bring back
size house.
the hundreds of thousands of people. I was watching that with you, and I was just like, yo. Could you imagine if this happened in real life? Because we were tripping over 9/11. There was way more casualties than 9/11 going on right there in Man of Steel. Yeah, anyways, Batman vs. Superman definitely broke my heart just because I just had high expectations. Is it the worst movie of all time? No. But, like, it just really hurt my soul because I wanted to see that in my whole life more than any Avengers movie, more than any commercial movie that's out right now that's doing well, way more than Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, Batman and Superman was, like, the top tier. Like, I wanted to see that before I die, and then, boom, we got this. And you'll understand what my problems are with it. It's just the cringy dialogue.
Well, no, and I can believe that it's cringy dialogue.
What up, Jeremy?
There's a lot of cringy dialogue in, like, all of their movies.
Yeah.
DC movies.
I mean,
DC movies, I feel like just don't do a really good job with dialogue.
Well, as much as I
honestly.
love Marvel, like, I feel like they do better in character development and jokes, but their dialogue sometimes is cringy as well.
Yeah.
What's going on, big homie? All right, we got 5 in the chat.
Hey.
Woo! I'm gonna retire, baby. Woo! So what are your opinions on Batman vs Superman? Anybody in the chat? That was one movie, like I said, with Man of Steel. I feel like I didn't like it, then I thought it was okay, and I loved it. Batman vs Superman. I thought it was okay, then I hated it. Then I wanted to blow my fucking brains out the third time I saw it. So this will be my 4th time. I really tried. And I'm not
Did you make it through it the last time?
No,
feel
I
like you
didn't. I cut it off because it's such a stupid ass movie. DC animated movies over DC box office movie. That's hands down facts. Me and Nate all the time talk about this when we are
DC animated stuff is actually really good.
It's amazing. I wish they had involvement in the live action shit. He said he didn't like Batman vs Superman at all. Let's see. EJ's in the chat. What's going on, big homie? EJ. This is my yin to my yang right here. He always disagrees with what most of the time we do agree though, but there's a lot of things we disagree about. He says, I am so upset you're having a DCEU conversation without me. I am so sorry, big homie. We got to have this though. He is a Batman vs Superman lover.
You can do another one. There's plenty of people that talk about it all the time.
Absolutely. And while he's talking, I'm going to interrupt him every minute and go, Martha! I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm sure he's got a logical explanation for that. And when you see that scene, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to walk out the room and I'm going to bang my head against the table.
Okay.
But I don't know how long you've been in there, EJ. I did say, though, I've rewatched Batman vs. Superman. I mean, not Batman, Man of Steel for the 3rd time, and I actually love this movie. It's a really, really good movie. Why did you say that name? What's going on, Cody? You answered part of it. Batman was more established than older seasoned heroes, yes, in the Frank Miller comics. Then the Martha scene could have played out better, and they would be more weight. And I understood the Martha scene because the Martha scene was like, okay, he's been looking at him like a terrorist, an alien, an outsider, and that scene humanized Superman because he realized he's a man with a mother, with somebody that loves him. I understand the scene, and you're right. That execution was terrible. They're in the breaks of killing each other and fighting each other. And he goes, "Save Martha," and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll help you out." And in the words of the movie Step Brothers, did we just become best friends? Yup. And it was just went off of that. But I think the scene that I hate more than Martha's is every scene with Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. You don't know much about Lex Luthor.
Well, I mean, no, but at the same time, like, I've seen little clips of Jesse Eisenberg.
Yes.
And I'm just like, no, thank you.
So,
no, thank you. I like Jesse Eisenberg as an actor, but
he's
as a Lex Luthor, I'm good.
And I think this is why it hurts my feelings to, like, talk shit about Jesse Eisenberg in this movie, because I love Jesse. What was that movie that came out this year that we liked? What was it, him and that chick from the self-defense movie? Where they were stuck in that neighborhood.
I don't remember. It was.
I forgot what it's called.
Something with a V, I think. Valerium.
Valerium, maybe.
Something like
Jesse
that.
Eisenberg is a phenomenal actor. If you've seen,
That was a good movie.
what is the other one? The Social Network. He's self-defense recently.
Defense was good. The Art of Self-Defense.
Sorry, we're looking up this Jesse Eisenberg movie that I want you guys to watch.
Vivarium.
Vivarium, yeah. Of course, Zombieland too, and I like both Zombielands. Now You See Me is a good one. It doesn't have
One
as
was pretty good too.
yeah.
Actually.
Self-Defense is an amazing movie as well. Let's go back up here. But yeah, Jesse Eisenberg is an amazing actor, sorry. So I don't want to bash him, but like his portrayal of that should have been Samuel L. Jackson. That would have been more. Yeah, I agree, Nate. That would have been more realistic because you've not seen the Lex Luthor that's for the comics or like in like the cartoons. Mm-hmm. He's more of a smooth talking like billionaire, and he's not with that witty fucking Joker shit that Jesse was portraying. Like he's just like, yeah, I'm here. If Superman crosses me, I will make him pay. Because I'm rich, motherfucker. He's just like, he's got this broad... So I can see why I said Sam Jackson. I probably would have went more with, like, more of a... But he's already in the DCEU. Would be...
Anybody more smooth than Jesse Eisenberg?
Anybody.
Really?
And when you said... I think that Lex Luthor might be Hispanic. He's a brown man in the movies. So he might not even be white. Yeah, I don't hate that scene, but it could have been handled better. Okay, we can agree with that. But no, that Jesse Eisenberg in Batman vs. Superman might have been worse than the Martha scene, just because I don't know why he went this route. I understand it's different portrayals for a different universe, but he went like full Joker, Riddler, fucking weird. I don't know what it was. And he didn't scare anybody the whole fucking time. He was just
he's not
on that
he's
bullshit.
I don't think no matter what he did, just because he's Jesse Eisenberg, that I would be scared of him ever at all for any reason.
Oh, for sure.
I don't get that vibe. I don't think there's really anything that he could do to change that. That's just kind of
He was just fucking annoying. He was just there. He's dropping off pee at this judge's house. Hey, this is grandma's peach tea. It was so dumb. You gotta check it out. And I felt like the reveal of Batman knowing Superman was handled really, really well in the Batman Superman movie, cartoon movie. This is how they revealed it. Superman used his laser vision or his X-ray vision. He's like, "Oh, it's Clark Kent. It's Bruce Wayne. I recognize him." Mm-hmm. And then in some kind of dialogue, Batman had a tracking device on his cape. Followed him home. When he got home, of course, he's getting changed, and he feels somebody watching him. He turns around, and he sees Batman with some binoculars, and he goes, "Yep." And so that showed like his genius. It showed that they're both witty and they can solve issues. It wasn't even explained how they knew each other. We can assume that Superman did the same thing with his X-ray vision, but we never found out how Batman knew it was Clark Kent. Very weird. Very weird. That was another issue I had with that movie. Let's move on because I want you to see this movie for yourself and give your own opinion. We both love Wonder Woman.
Sorry, one other thing. It's really long, isn't it?
Yes.
That's another one I'm not looking
Well, that's
forward
Zack
to.
Snyder for you. He
don't
takes
like
a long time.
movies, but if I feel like it's a long movie, that's when I don't like long movies.
Yeah, I feel you. And it does. You feel every minute of Batman vs Superman. But I do want you to see this movie. I do want to hear your opinion about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about he's the greatest detective. Absolutely. And I feel like this new Batman movie, the Batman's going to show his more detective side. I feel like Kristen Bell did a good job with that too. Kristen Bell's not my favorite Batman, but those are my favorite Batman movies. I thought Ben Affleck is actually a very good Batman. He's a very, very good Batman, but he just didn't get the good dice on the script. So let's talk about Wonder Woman real quick. We both immediately liked that movie.
Yes.
I thought there was a lot of people that were doubting what's her name? Gal Gadot. Because I've only saw her in the Fast and Furious movies. She wasn't that impressive in those movies. But, man, she really fit that role very well.
She took it serious. I feel like she did a really good job with it.
Yeah.
Like, and for people that were hating on her for...
appearances and
for
shit.
her appearance
yeah.
and stuff, that was just stupid.
It was
She
stupid.
bulked up, so...
No, she did her part.
She was really small at one point. She was like, modeling, so...
Patty
that was, like, what
Jenkins-
she was supposed to be, so...
Patty Jenkins definitely put together a very well-told story. Because I didn't know much about Wonder Woman, and that was one of those movies where I didn't need to know. It was a very good backstory.
Yeah.
Comic book accurate from what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing palettes from the actual comics on the screen that when I did some more research. Good portrayal. Chris Pine was really good in that movie. Wonder Woman's great, and then the third act happened. Okay, I think I actually agree with what he's saying. So you're talking about that reveal of what is that villain's name?
I don't remember what his name is.
Very forgettable.
Honest.
So it was all good until the reveal of the villain. He was there the whole time. He was like, oh, it was me, Skirsies, I think, or something stupid like that. That was okay. So that did make the movie a little bit bad, but it wasn't a terrible movie. But
It
it was
didn't ruin it, though.
It didn't ruin the movie. I didn't hate it, but that was a very terrible reveal, and I didn't like that as well. Chris Pine is Ares was the name. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, EJ. Chris Pine is fine. You know what? I'm not on that team, but I can say a man looks handsome. Chris Pine is real fine. But I love the women.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. But yeah, no, I respect that. He's a good looking dude. And I'm looking forward to how they're bringing that back in Wonder Woman 1983 or 82 or 84. 84. Yeah. They're probably going to use the Lazarus Pit, which is how they bring back DC people when they die. They put them in this little jacuzzi and they bring them out. Hey, you're alive, motherfucker! It's the opposite of a baptism. we brought you back from Satan, and you can come. That's how they brought back one of the dead Robins. But I think that's how they're going to bring back Chris Pine's character. Maybe, I don't know, or it's an illusion because there's jacuzzi. Or there's this theory that she's hallucinating because one of these villains can make you see things and stuff like that. So that might be the thing as well, because this is the person that she wants to see, so they're giving her that. But yeah, we both are in agreement that besides that
sounds like it could be very, like, that could be really what it is.
That would.
Especially just watching the trailer, I'm like, wow, that I could see that.
Yeah, and that would be a very
like the
good story.
interactions it showed.
Yeah, that would be heartbreaking for her to have to like fight somebody that she thinks it is, but it's somebody else. But no, we're both in agreement. And I do agree with King of the Hill when we say that when he said that villain reveal toward the end, it was kind of rushed and felt weird. Lazarus Pit is lazy writing. That is, I mean, so is time travel at the end of the day. As much as I loved Endgame, anything with time travel is kind of lazy writing, because you can kill somebody, you can do the wrong thing, like, oh, well, we went back in time and fixed it. It is kind of lazy writing. Chris Pine is dead. Spoiler alert. You ain't seen the movie. What do you know? He is dead though. I agree. I think that is what it's gonna be.
He's been dead for a long time. Like,
but the real Chris Pine is alive and keeping it. He is actually dead though in the Spider-Verse movie. He's the Spider-Man that died, was the voice of Chris Pine. The one that actually died, that got killed. Boom.
interesting.
Real quick, do you want to tell Isaiah to go to bed, or you want me to do that real quick? Okay, so she's gonna make sure my son's in bed, because right now he's on Netflix having the time of his life, and we told him he needs to go to bed around 8:30, and it's 8:45. So yeah, that little motherfucker. Anybody have kids? Am I right? So what's up, everybody in the chat? What's going on, Reggie? What's going on, King of the Hill? What's up, Cody? What's up, EJ? What's going on, Alex? We're talking DC movies. We just we rewatched Man of Steel. I rewatched Man of Steel. She watched it for the first time, and she liked it. I liked it. I didn't like it at first a couple years ago when it came out, but I think it's actually a masterpiece now. I think visually a good. I didn't like all the choices when it came to like the flashback scenes, but when Zod comes back, I think the movie just like it's perfect after that. Not a fan of Man of Steel, of course. We'll get into that more when she watches it for the first time. Just trying to catch up with the record Celtics game. Okay, I didn't even know people were playing right now. Where are you from, King of the Hill, by the way? Are you in the Florida area, or are you up there in Boston? Anyway, so I'm not a big fan of Man of Steel. I mean, I am a fan of Man of Steel. I'm not a big fan of Batman vs. Superman. We both did like Wonder Woman. I actually, and this is going to surprise a lot of people, I did not hate Suicide Squad. It is a very generic, rushed movie that I would like to actually see the director's cut of. It seemed like it had a lot of good choices, but at the end of the day, I didn't hate it. It was very entertaining. I was not bored. I thought Will Smith perfectly portrayed Deadshot. I thought Margot Robbie is obviously born for that role of Harley Quinn. I thought everybody did a good job in the movie. It's the story that was just so stupid and generic, and I wasn't a fan of it. Except for one person I was not a fan of was Jared Leto. And this is another actor that's very, very good. Jared Leto is an amazing actor. Don't sleep on Jared Leto just because of this movie. Jared Leto is great. With that being said, what the fuck was he thinking with that performance? I don't understand what he was going for. He was purring like a cat one minute. He was, he was, I don't know. He said he was going into method acting, but like I've met people from my hometown that were more intimidating than that. Let's see here. Just trying to catch. Oh, EJ's ranking is Batman vs Superman, Birds of Prey, and Man of Steel. Well, we can talk about Birds of Prey in a minute. Suicide Squad is silly fun. I agree. Suicide Squad is not a good movie, but it's entertaining. It's rewatchable. It's one of those movies I like to take my brain out and enjoy. Oh shit! Oh, King of the Hill came with it. Oh man, thank you. King of the Hill. I agree. Man of Steel is a masterpiece. I would call it a flawed masterpiece, but a masterpiece nonetheless. I think I agree with that. I think it's a flawed masterpiece. There's I heard Dan Murrell say this when Jurassic Park came out and the new Star Wars: The Force Awakens came out. He said that Jurassic World was a bad movie with good moments, which I disagree with him. But he said it's a bad movie with good moments, and he said that Star Wars: The Force Awakens was a good movie with bad moments. I understand that analogy, and I think that's what I'm going to say about Man of Steel. It's a good movie with bad moments. So, thank you for that super chat. Big shoes to fill. Who we talking about? Big shoes to fill. Elaborate. If we're talking about what's his name, Chadwick Boseman, 100%. I hate that Joker character too, but I had fun with Leto. Leto is something you could laugh at. Trashy Riff Raff, and yes, he did remind me of Riff Raff, and of course the guy from the Spring Break movie. But yeah, he was like that. Jared Leto's okay. Yeah. Okay, now I'm with you. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, of course that Joker movie that's not in the same universe. I feel like I like that performance of Joker. By the way, I think Heath Ledger was a way better Joker, and he couldn't. Jared Leto could not be Heath Ledger. I get that. That was one of the best performances of all time. But this new Joker movie, which is not in the DC movie universe, so I'm going to elaborate it real quickly. He made his own take on that. Arthur Fleck was his own take. He wasn't anything like Heath Ledger. He wasn't anything comic book accurate. It had some parts in it that was like from The Killing Joke, I believe. But at the same time, he did his own thing. So I don't feel like the whole argument about him being right after Heath Ledger worked, because there's a lot of people that are right after icons, and I think I don't know. You have to see Suicide Squad to know what I'm talking about. But no, I get what you're saying, that right after Heath Ledger, it's gonna be impossible to do that. But don't do it.
I mean, it
do your own take.
Be the same, but it also doesn't have to be bad.
For sure. No, I just hate the Joker as a character. Do you think he's overrated? I love the Joker as a character. He's been getting his ass beat for 50 years, and he's still getting his ass back up. All these other people come and go, they die, and they come back. He's been eating it. And you know I didn't like the new Joker. I love the new Joker, man, but that's my yin to my yang. He just gonna hate. He just gonna hate. Kahlua Hirsch. All right. The Joker is layered as fuck. Absolutely. And that's why I like him, man, because you don't know what his intentions are. He could do some fucked up shit, and then he could do the right thing just to get a reaction, to throw you off. It's very... So you didn't see Suicide Squad, so we can move over that one. What was after Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman? Justice League. So, briefly talk about Justice League while I take the dog out real quick.
I'll take the dog.
You'll take the dog out? Okay. You're gonna come back and talk about Justice League, though. Okay. There's a lot of happiness coming for this new Justice League movie, and I'm happy for him. You know, I'm glad Zack Snyder gets to do his vision. But let's just talk about the one that came out. That was hot garbage. It was trash. It was booty. It was an unflushed toilet, and I can understand it was a Frankenstein's monster to be made because you had Zack Snyder's vision. And then, unfortunately, he got let go during the middle of production, and then you get Josh Whedon. And these guys have different viewpoints. One's more dark, the other one's like, Disney lighthearted with the jokes. But nah, I still think Batman vs. Superman is a worse movie, but this one was hard to follow. And the fact that Batman vs. Superman introduced these characters on a thumb drive, and then you're supposed to, like, be up to date with these new introductions, and that's where Marvel did a great job, because they gave these people solo movies or introduced them in different movies before they got to the team up movie. So you kind of got it when they got together. You were like, okay, I know what Thor's thinking at this moment. I know what Iron Man's thinking at this moment. I think I know what Natasha Romanoff is thinking at this moment. I get it. I had no idea what the Flash was thinking. He's just this weird fucking kid that's making stupid ass jokes like, hey, what the hell is brunch? Am I right? What is brunch? Is it breakfast? Is it lunch? It's fucking breakfast and lunch. It's in the name. It's combined. It was the dumbest joke I've ever heard in my life. What is brunch? Who put that in the movie? Anyways, so the dialogue was stupid. I didn't understand. I think the only people I might have understood their point of view might have been Wonder Woman and Superman. Kind of. I was still trying to even understand Ben Affleck's Batman. I still didn't even understand this guy. Didn't know shit about Cyborg, obviously. Didn't know shit about Aquaman at the time. We know a little bit more after his movie. The same guy who made those bad Avengers movie. So, he might have made that dumbass dialogue. If he would have put that in an Avengers movie, I would have been like, what the fuck? Needs an R-rated Batman who laughs at the big screen. Probably never going to happen. Man, dude, I think we will get I think this new movie is going to be an R-rated Batman movie. But if it's not, yes, I'm going to campaign for an R-rated Batman movie. We need to see like an Escape of Arkham movie and make it R-rated like the movie cartoon. And shout out to Nate for putting me on that. What is brunch? Absolutely, Red. That was the stupidest fucking... Okay, so I could go about that all day. But yeah, the dialogue was dumb. I didn't understand what the characters going on. Steppenwolf was just thrown in there. They were in the Amazon, and then he comes out of nowhere, and some lady goes, "Oh my God, it's Steppenwolf!" And me and Heidi looked at each other like, "Who the fuck is Steppenwolf?" Because I didn't follow the comics. So were you Steppenwolf's there to grab the mother boxes to bring up a light in the sky? Like we've never seen that shit before in any movies. And I don't know, I hated it. But I will say this, I think I still hate Batman vs. Superman more. I think the DCEU best movie is Man of Steel, and I think I might go with Wonder Woman next after that. And Shazam right after Wonder Woman, which we will talk about in a second. Real quick, can I get your thoughts on Justice League?
I don't really remember it.
We do need a new Green Lantern movie, especially one very distant from the Ryan Reynolds one. As far as the DCU is connected before COVID, I was looking forward to Wonder Woman 84. I am too. I actually am too, more than Black Widow. I am too. I really am. Shazam, oh boy. EJ, I don't think EJ's a fan of Shazam. I think because it's more Marvel-like, which I can understand that. But did you want to say anything real quick about Justice League?
honestly, I don't remember much of it because I
Remember? Oh my God, it's Steppenwolf.
I wasn't done, but I
Sorry.
was going to say that, like, I don't remember much of it just because, like, I didn't really like it. I didn't really find it that memorable, so I just kind of, like, said, okay, I can do without that. Just let it go, but that is pretty much all I remember is, like, that the villain was whack and confusing, and
Yeah.
that I wish that we had saw more of, the black guy.
Oh, Cyborg. I thought
he would have
Cyborg.
been pretty interesting to see, but they didn't really elaborate on him very much.
I just said something like
so-
that when you were out there. I was like, I didn't understand these characters because we didn't really get much of a backstory. But you're right. I think out of all the ones that we've never seen, which would be Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman, I think Cyborg was actually the one I wanted to dive in deeper a little bit. And he was literally the only one that didn't get a movie announced. We got a Flash announcement. We got an Aquaman movie. We got, another Wonder Woman movie. Didn't hear shit, and they're like, all right, well, I know you guys like Cyborg, but we're good on that. But yeah, let's talk about Shazam. Oh, by the way, what is brunch, by the way? What the fuck is brunch? Oh! And he ran like this. Who the fuck runs like this? The fastest man in the world is running like this? Get the fuck out of here, son. All right. Sorry.
Okay.
That movie pisses me off. All right, and I would love to see a Damian Wayne version of Robin, by the way, Red. And I think the guy from Umbrella Academy, the kid that plays Flash, I mean not Flash, but Five, would be a very good Damian Wayne. But yeah, let's talk about Shazam.
Okay.
I like Shazam.
I did like
I love Shazam, and I didn't know much about Shazam. Of course, we know in the comics that he's just Billy, and he goes, "Hey, Shazam!" And he turns into an adult, and I thought the guy did a very good job capturing the innocence of a child and the immaturity. I didn't think sometimes their personalities meshed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like sometimes the younger Billy was more mature than older Billy.
Definitely.
But other than that, as a story goes, I thought it was okay. I thought the jokes worked. I thought the dialogue worked.
But at the same time, like, I feel maybe it was like that because, like, he had power that he had never had before, so he kind of, like, let that get to his head a little bit. Maybe
could
that's
see
how
that.
you could kind of explain why they were different.
I could see that. And I felt like the villain was understandable. Like, he was this kid that always wanted to be accepted or at least people looked at him, and he finally got this attention, and it left him, and he wanted it back. He spent his whole life looking for it. So I got the villain. He's not the best villain in the world, but I understood where he was coming from. But yeah, I thought Shazam was great. I love the ending, of course, when he got the whole family together. I thought the whole adoption agency thing, the whole foster kids house, I thought that was touching.
Yeah, I
really
liked
did.
the whole vibe of that, and, like, all the actors I felt like did a pretty good job.
Absolutely. And I love seeing Megan Good in the movie. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, my mom being alive was not surprised, but her not wanting her son. Oh yeah, that
Yes.
scene right there. Yeah, the fact that she
That
was
was
just
so
like,
sick.
hey, I got shit to do today. I ain't seen you in like 20 years, or not 20 years, like 10 years. You left me at a carnival. I don't know what her issue is, if it's drugs or what, but very, very trash. But I'm glad he found a family in that. Let's see what Reggie had to say. Shazam was much fun. I like the fun, playful tone. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish it was a little bit darker. I can understand
Yeah.
that too. The rest of the DCU.
Definitely doesn't really match up.
And that's
but-
I guess that's what the problem with the DCU movies are, is
But
of
it also
course.
doesn't really, like, connect. It doesn't feel like it's connected.
It really-
anyway,
it did
because
feel
it's
like it
really
was on its
not.
own. It really
So
felt like it was on its own.
Not really connected though, so I don't.
I feel like the DCU movies, which I think they're gonna do a better job now. I think that they are legit, like, learning from their mistakes. But I feel like they just didn't know what they wanted to be. You got Man of Steel, dark. Batman vs Superman, dark. And then you get Suicide Squad, goofy. Then you get Justice League, goofy at times. You get Wonder Woman. I would say it's a balance of goofy and dark. Shazam, 100% goofy. It was everywhere, and it just didn't have one solid tone. And you're like, I don't know what world I'm in. I don't know if these characters, know each other. Which you shouldn't have to write your movies like that. But if you are going to announce a connected universe and have these people, converse, I think you should establish some type of understanding of what this universe is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. What's up, Nick? The DCEU is trying to be the opposite of Marvel. And I think they tried too much to be competitive in the beginning, and I think that's what their issue was and why they did fail to an extent. They have not failed, in my opinion. I think that they have plenty of room because they got I think they got equal amount of failures and success to level it out. Like Marvel has more success. I think they got a balance where it can go any way, and I'm rooting for them though. They look like they got some good stuff coming. Yeah, I'm here for Zack Snyder's vision. Absolutely. Any other thoughts on Shazam?
Not really, to be honest.
But that's the beauty of DC and DC, and I understand that's different. All about random stories and gods and monsters come together, and I'm with you, and I love these different stories. Just help me make sure you do it properly. Don't just put the biggest starters in your second movie, and then don't do your team up movie as number 4. And please just help establish this universe. And I'm all for the different tone. Seriously, I'm all for that. I loved DC more than Marvel growing up. I really did. That's why I was surprised to be more excited for a movie about a tree and a raccoon more than Superman. I would have laughed myself in the face if I said that to an 8-year-old Ian. I would have been like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I was like, "Ooh, you said the F word." I'm telling my mama. The next movie after that, Shazam. Was there one after that?
Did you get Aquaman?
Aquaman. Okay.
That was before, though, wasn't it?
Shazam was after. Aquaman was before Shazam. Shazam was after Aquaman. You're right.
Trash.
I did not like Aquaman. And
Hated it.
I know a lot of people like Jason Momoa. I think he looks like a very nice person.
Not enough.
Seems like someone I like to hang with, and he probably has some great movies.
Oh, yeah, he seems like a cool person.
He seems like a very good person. Seems like someone I would love to hang out with. He's not... I don't think he's a good Aquaman. I said it. I know he's different. I love his look. I think everything about Atlantis is a visual great, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan with the witty. That was a very jokey movie, by the way. That is a very jokey movie.
I disliked,
that was very, very jokey. It was too much jokey for me.
What I disliked the most about it was just the dialogue. The dialogue was just so
stupid,
terrible.
I should have just peed on it, right? Get the fuck out of here, Aquaman.
They tried to make him hot. Exactly. It was
they were
like, you know what?
That's
we
how
don't
they
really have
it.
to write a good movie if we just get Jason Momoa in here because
absolutely.
we're gonna make money because everybody wants to see him.
Guys want to be him. Girls want to see him. I get it.
I mean, he's alright, I guess, but honestly, I'm not gonna go sit through a terrible movie to look at Jason Momoa.
No,
there's no one that's gonna make me want to sit there and watch a terrible movie.
It felt like a telling of Thor, like the first Thor. Of course, you had his brother, which would be Loki. You had the chick that's helping him out. That would be Jane Foster. You had, of course, the issues with parents trying to find who you are and trying to, figure out this power that you have. It felt like very, very, mirrored to Thor. And I wasn't feeling that. I felt like the dialogue was very cringy, and I just didn't like Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I know people love him, and I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but Aquaman was not a good movie to me, and I'm still not sold on Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I'm sorry. Again, he's probably a great actor. I think he seems like a very fun person, but I would go with Shazam over Aquaman, Wonder Woman over Aquaman. This is weird to say. I would go with Suicide Squad over Aquaman. I would go with Man of Steel over Aquaman. But I think that was one of their highest grossing movies. And
probably because you had masses of women going to see it. That's why.
Majority of the people that watched that movie loved it, and that's what I'm saying. That's a very unpopular. Now, Batman vs Superman not being good, it's a very universally popular opinion. People don't like it, but Aquaman, majority of people like that movie, which I'm still confused on it.
Get it. It's beautiful.
It is. It's beautiful.
The cinematography is gorgeous, but.
And he said, didn't like it, terrible jokes, and I hate the Thor movies. Even the third one, I disagree with.
Was good.
Ragnarok is good. I actually like the Thor movies, but I could see why people don't like them. The first one, I think I like better than the second one. The second one just seems like it was too much of a setup movie. It didn't really focus too much. I thought the third one was great, and I can't wait
I didn't
to
think
see.
I was going to like it. Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And then
Taika Waititi's a great director.
Like, wow, this is actually really good.
Taika Waititi's a great director, man. see what Nate said. I think they should go more with dark tone, since Marvel brought out the Disney. Absolutely, it's the side of the superhero movies that the fans are looking for. Absolutely, and as I watched Superman, Man of Steel the other day, I was like, I like this tone. I don't need all the jokes.
No, I honestly would prefer darker stuff, to be honest. And I mean, you know that it's gonna sell well. Exactly. I was just gonna say exactly.
Yeah, we're
what
gonna
Nate
get on
said.
that. We're gonna get on that.
That's why The Boys is so popular, is because that's what people want. People
Yeah.
want blood and guts and gruesome and dark and backstories, and they want all that.
And you're kind of like
they want an adult movie. They don't want a kid movie.
I think I still give Marvel props because of course they are under Disney and they are required to not drop F-bombs or showing a certain amount of blood and get too explicit with sex. I think they do the best job they can to stay on that line for the kids. I think that does put you in a creative position where you have to, hey, instead of blowing this guy's head off, you got to just throw him and not show it. I think they do a good job with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm with you and everybody in the comments too. I would much rather see the gritty shit.
If
I
we
would.
can have the stuff for the kids, then why? I mean, DC might as well go ahead and say, all right, we're gonna do all the Deadpool type stuff. We're gonna do all of the, all of the adult content.
The Boys does a good job doing that balance. So, and we will talk about The Boys, and I agree with you. The story was good. Didn't like the jokes in Ragnarok. Okay. It was too much. I swear I felt watching The Big Bang Theory. Well, Taika Waititi is notorious for doing crazy jokes, but at the same time, I think if you follow the story, it's got a lot of heart. And I know EJ's actually met Taika Waititi.
Oh, wow.
He's got a picture with him at an award show, and I'm very jealous. Very jealous. Hey, I actually heard about this movie he's going to be doing soon. He's going to probably be the next Willy Wonka. They're going to do that.
Ooh,
I think he'd be a perfect Willy Wonka.
That's going to be amazing.
As much as I don't want to see remakes, I think he would be
as
good
so
as
sad,
Gene Wilder.
But, it makes me sad to say that he's going to be so much better than Johnny Depp, because I love
he's going to be way better than Johnny Depp.
I love Johnny Depp, but Johnny Depp was a terrible Willy Wonka.
Yeah, for sure.
The movie in general just wasn't as good. But.
Facts. And I love Logan's one of my favorite superhero movies of all time.
Think about how beautiful it's going to be when they redo that too, though. Visually, they're just going to be able to do so much.
Oh no,
it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, that tunnel scene's going to be crazy. So Nicholas said he's talking about the Court of Owls. That's something that it's a Batman secret society. And I believe that there's hints. I've been watching this YouTube channel called The New Rock Stars. Check them out. They were talking about possibly the Court of Owls being in this new Batman movie. So who knows? Logan is so damn good. Absolutely. That is one of the best. That is a masterpiece.
It's honestly probably one of my favorite superhero movies in general.
It's not even just this good superhero movie. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie.
It's amazing. I loved it. Every minute of it, I was like, wow, this is great.
I'm with you.
Hugh Jackman's also my man, but
Hey, you can have him. I agree. If Hugh Jackman said, hey, good day, mate, I'm here to take your woman, I'm like, yeah, you deserve him. You did a very good job playing Wolverine for 10 years. Or 20 years, I'm sorry. Absolutely. My lady is your lady. Ching ching. And then I'd shoot him. I'm just kidding. He can have her. I'm just kidding. No, I would hope you'd be like, no. As much as I think you're good looking, I'm going to stay with the love of my life. And I'd be like, oh, thank God, I'm not fighting Hugh Jackman. You see how jacked that man? That man is a huge jacked man. Hugh Jackman. Oh, we love Deadpool too. Yes. One more than two. Two kind of was just
it was disappointing.
It was disappointing. It wasn't bad.
The first 5 minutes when they killed his girl off, I was like, come on, you already messed the movie up. You already fucked up.
Yeah.
I was really upset.
No, I agree. And I did like, I think Josh Brolin did it. Josh Brolin's a very good Thanos and a very good Cable. So it was just like, daggum, two Marvel properties, but he killed both of them. So Thanos is dead now, and they're hopefully merging these universes. We can keep Josh Brolin around for a while and have Cable. So let's talk about The Boys. So, first, let's give kind of a review of season 1, and then we're going to do our predictions, because I'm going to be doing The Boys rewatch really soon.
Yes.
So, what is your opinion on The Boys? Oh, we got a super chat! Oh, shit! Sorry, super chat. Thank you, Nate.
Woo,
Nate.
Thank you.
And, people in the chat, I don't want to give too much away, but, I'm working on a book right now, and Nate one day we'll be doing the cover of my book. There's no rush on what we're doing because this book is, I'm taking my time on it. It's a very good sci-fi movie or book that I'm writing, and Nate's going to be doing my cover. Shout out to Nate, and he's also done a lot for my channel, as in like some of my first logo was a brain. He did that together. He's been my barber for a long time. We both lived in Panama City, and we both moved to Tampa around the same time. Love you, big homie. Probably the only movie that made me shed tears, real thug tears. Oh, dude. Okay, so I did get a little bit emotional when Tony Stark died, but when Logan died, I've known Logan for 20 years. He was a brother to me. Facts.
Yeah, it was just so
Facts.
emotional. It was just so like heart-wrenching, especially with with X-23.
X-23, yeah.
I was
His
like,
own
oh,
seed right
no.
under him. His own. And we got another super chat. Nick, mother, shit. Oh God, man. And Nick, I will say something nice about him too. Nick is not a friend of mine. Nick is like family to me. Seriously, his family and my family are like, my mom and his mom are like sisters. They hang out all the time every weekend. I grew up, you know, he was like a big brother big brother figure to me. Him and his sister, and I've always loved these guys. They are like family. When I talk about these guys, I feel like they're like cousins to me. Nick says, choose chew.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Okay, choo choo. We are brothers. Facts. But yeah, choo choo. Choose chew. Choo choo. What are we talking about, Nick? I don't know. Thank you for the super chat though. Chicka chicka choo choo. Hi, dog. Hi, dog. All right, y'all just being silly. Let me say something weird in the chat. All right. Pee, poo, poo.
A little high at the moment.
Okay, that's okay. I got you. That will make sense too later in life, I guess. Whenever I see God. Okay. Or I go in the clouds and fly. So I get what you're saying. Oh man, black love. So let's get into The Boys. The Boys season 1. I don't know who the comic book writer was, but I know it was an indie comic first, and I know this show is executive produced by Seth Rogen. Very funny guy, very talented person. What do you think of The Boys season 1?
I love it.
Oh, one of the best series in the last 10 years, in my opinion.
It's so good. It's so like, I mean, we talked about this the other day. It's not necessarily the most unique premise exactly, but the way that they went about it and the way that they executed it is
Thank you for
unique.
coming through, EJ, man. Much love to you, big homie. We gotta collaborate again. Sorry.
Yeah, I think just like the way that they executed it and like all the pieces that they added in just like really like sealed the deal and just made it unique. Even though it's, like we said, not necessarily a new idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, what she's talking about is, we were talking about some of the great comic book shows out right now. We got The Umbrella Academy, which I think is amazing. We got The Boys, of course, we think is amazing. We got Watchmen, which I think is a masterpiece. And I'm not the biggest fan of this, but Doom Patrol is another one. I feel like as a story goes, I think Watchmen is probably one of the best comic book shows out right now. Please watch it. It's a very good premise. It's probably my favorite. Entertainment wise, I would probably go with The Boys. But what she was saying, I think I mentioned, like, The Boys premise isn't really that new. Oh, the guy's girlfriend gets killed and he wants revenge. We've seen that many of times. And he has to team up with a weird team to do that. We've seen it many times. But the delivery, the randomness, the stuff we've not ever seen before on a show,
it's
in
just
between.
Shocking.
Just shocking.
Yeah.
The guy's fingering a fucking, what's it called? Oh shit. Let me get this out real quick. He's fingering a damn dolphin. I about said a flipper. He's fingering a dolphin, and then it goes right through a window when he hits the brakes. Oh shit, Nick! God dang!
Oh my God! Don't kill me, please.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'm happy to get super checks. $20. Oh, I feel like I am on Fans only. I gotta show you some titty after that. Bam! You deserve that. All right, keep it up, brother. All three of y'all. Much love, man. Much love to you, big homie. I love you so much, man. If you're coming to PC in November, because we're going to be going to Thanksgiving, hopefully at your mother's house, please come through, man. Come through. I want to see the kids. Big homie Nate, man. You see me. Sorry, I about knocked you out on that
Yeah,
one.
that was my whole head and neck.
I'm so sorry. If I get paralyzed, it's because I got another 20. If you get paralyzed,
If I get paralyzed.
you get paralyzed, that means something just happened. Okay. Okay, so, yeah. So what we were saying, the premise isn't really anything new, but we just like all the stuff in between. I think it's great, and we're going to be doing a rewatch soon. I thought the twist at the end where Homelander, where the person he wanted revenge on the whole time because of killing his wife or happened to be alive, and not only she's knocked up with him. We have a disagreement on what's going on. She thinks she's been kidnapped and has a little bit of maybe Stockholm syndrome. I feel like she's in love with him, and she just took off and didn't tell her boyfriend. So that's our disagreement. She thinks he has him. That made no sense.
That didn't make any sense.
I'm slurring. Sorry. I got a 20-hour chat. I can't talk right. Okay.
I think that he took her. Probably. I mean, supposedly he raped her, so
that's what he says.
So
that's what he thinks, but then he was saying like, she came all this time. The way he was telling the story was just like she was coming there willingly. Not just saying people can't come when they're being raped.
But he's also like a fucking psychopath. So like I don't know if I should believe him or not.
Yeah.
No,
you're right.
He's literally insane.
You're
so
right.
then I'm like, okay, is he making it all up? Is he just saying stuff because he's
a
narcissist?
Absolutely right. That's why I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I could see it could be either one. Mm-hmm. It could be love, or it could be she is
kind
being held captive. They're trapped. So I'm looking forward to seeing. That's why I love the ending where it gave you that you don't know. And at the same time as well, I did love that twist. There's a fucking kid there with powers. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. I was like jaw dropped, like we need season 2 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we got here? Homelander definitely is insane. Absolutely. And I feel like they did a very good job doing the mirror of an anti-Justice League and what Superman would be like if he was evil or really Americanized, because in the comics he's supposed to be Americanized, but he's definitely this is a more realistic Americanized Superman in my opinion. And that dude is fucking wild, man. He's crazy.
He is.
He had like this mother fetish with this chick or older lady, and then he killed her with his eyes.
Maybe Homelander threatened to kill him. That's why I'm like
threatened to kill the child, maybe, or
her husband.
Or her husband. Okay, I get what you're saying. That's a possibility,
Like she feels like she don't have a choice.
That's a
where
possibility.
I don't know, but
no, I can see that. You
might be completely right as well.
I can see that.
We won't know until
it could be a hostage situation, or it could be like straight up Stockholm syndrome where she's in love. We don't know. I'm looking forward to it. And I think the premise is like the Supes are looking for the boys, and they are probably on the terrorist watch list, and it's going to be hard for them. Again, another premise that we've seen many times, but I'm sure that they're going to kill it. We've seen people on the run,
yeah,
and and trying to survive and stuff like that. But I love that. Superman Red Sun live action, that'd be dope. I saw that cartoon. I saw bits and pieces of it. It was actually pretty dope. DC does a very good job with the movies. We were talking about that earlier with the cartoon movies. But no, I think my predictions is, of course, they're going to be on the run. We're going to see more over-the-top killings.
Oh, of course.
I think another Supe is going to die. I think the Speedster's probably going to have drug withdrawals, which I'm looking forward to that. I think, what's her name? Starlight is her name? I don't remember what her name is.
Is it Starlight?
Something like that. I think she's going to be a double agent. I think, of course, she's still working with the Supes in that organization, but I think like when it comes to certain things, she's going to inform the boys or help protect the boys or give them some information they need to know.
They give her actual name, which is Annie.
Okay.
Starlight.
It is Starlight. Okay, that's what I thought. But I think she's gonna be working as a double agent. They're all gonna probably the Supes mostly are probably not going to trust her because
Yeah.
they're already
She like saved them.
yeah they already got their eyes raised at her.
And they didn't like her to begin with, so.
The new Supe, which I think is like they're saying some type of white supremacist type alt-right person. I think she's gonna turn that shit up. I think she's gonna do that propaganda shit that you see Fox News and CNN does. That she's gonna get the people riled up like, hey, we need new Supes. We need you need us to invade countries because they're gonna take our guns and they're gonna make everybody gay. That's what they do. But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a very good visual masterpiece. It's gonna be a funny yet heartwarming show, and it's gonna have a good message, especially what's going on in our climate. I think they're gonna probably intertwine with that. You got any thoughts?
Interesting. I think it's also just. I think people really like stuff where they can get a little bit of everything in there. Like,
Absolutely.
if I can laugh in one episode and then I don't think I cried, but if I can feel like bad or feel some sort of emotion for whatever someone is going through, and I can also just like relate to certain things or like if you can get a little bit of everything that you're looking for in one show, like you've succeeded. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
you have won.
No, absolutely. And I think, what I was about to say, as much as we know Homelander is crazy and we disagree with what he's doing, we kind of understand him. He's a fucking lab baby. That's awkward. We understand it. There's a lot of, he needs therapy. There's a lot of crazy stuff. He's never understood love. So I get why he came up that way. If they stay true to the books. I've not watched the books. I heard that they do, I heard some of the things are different. I know a friend that put me on a little bit of it, but I've heard there's been some changes, but for the most part they do follow it to an extent. But I do need to check out the comics, man. I do. Same with the Umbrella Academy. I know the Umbrella Academy, they're writing their third or fourth one at the moment, so they're still working while they have the show. And I'm hearing rumors that they are going to intertwine the show with the comic. So some of the stuff in the show might, come on the comic, which is dope. They didn't even, establish that they were all, adopted brother and sister until, the second issue, from what I heard. The guy that made the comic was like, oh, let's give him some kind of origin story. That's why I'm saying this season's lit. Facts. But yeah, season 2 of The Boys comes out this Friday. I'm going to be doing a rewatch. We still gotta catch up with Lovecraft City or Lovecraft Country.
Yes, we have to watch that tonight.
But I'm very eager to rewatch The Boys. I think we should do a review of season 1 when we rewatch it. Man, I missed that dog. Man, you started it though. That's what you do. Shout out to King of the Hill, man. King of the Hill watched me get beat the other day by Jeremy. Yo, Jeremy killed me. As much as I still stand by Umbrella Academy being a better show than Doom Patrol, but he came in with it. He's a very good debater. But yeah, I'm going to be hosting the next one. It's going to be Alex versus Jeremy. Sorry, anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about. This is from my friend Jeremy's channel. Movies Are Terrible. And we're doing this movie fights thing where we're judging each other, debating different movies. And I'm going to be the judge tomorrow, and they're going to be debating Ali, the movie with Will Smith, versus what was the other one? Fuck. Oh, The Disaster Artist, which would be a biopic kind of about the movie The Room. So Ali versus The Disaster Artist. I'm going to be judging that. Doesn't matter my personal opinion about which one's better. Whoever argues
Those are
it.
Weird.
Yeah, I told them to pick a biopic, and they both picked them. They're very, very different.
Very.
So I was like, dude, I can literally go anywhere because I think both of them are great movies. Mm-hmm. I don't like one better than the other. Maybe I might like Ali just a little bit better just because I know Will Smith pretty much embodied him. He came him. But so did Tommy Wiseau when it came to James Franco. He turned into him too. So
yeah,
I can go either way.
He did a good job.
He did a very, very good job. But I think we're gonna end the stream right now, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through, man. We're gonna do this every Tuesday. Please join in my comment section or in my what's it called? My bio. My bio. I have a YouTube, Facebook group join it, man. Have these dialogues with me. Movies, television, pop culture, hip hop. Let's get in this group and have conversations, man. And if you have any suggestions of anything you want me to do, please let me know. Much love, peace, and chicken grease. Thank you. You know, I know you had some things to do. I appreciate you coming on this with me. Great talk, guys. Much love to King of the Hill. We got Nick. EJ came through. Everybody else, man. I'm surprised to see Nate up in there, man. Good. Reggie, holler. Everybody that came through. Much love, peace, and chicken grease.